Welcome back, Saints. I'm Ryan Oschenbach.
And I'm Mason Shields.
And this is SFHS Today.
In world news, last Monday, according to CNN, 3 mothers and 6 of their children were killed in an ambush in Mexico when on their way to visit family. Officials say that the responsible party is part of the criminal group, possibly a cartel, and they may have been targeted.
In national news, last year the Santa Fe High School in Texas faced a tragedy that left 2 teachers and a student dead and 13 others wounded. Last week, the teen responsible was declared not fit to stand trial after being evaluated by 3 different experts. He will be transferred to a psychiatric hospital for treatment. In school news, construction continues. Tanner Artson and I got some in-depth interviews with the people involved with the project.
Hey Saints, this week we're checking all the updates going on with all the construction.
Let's go. We're here in the new mat wing.
Let's see what's up. What's happening?
We are framing and installing door frames.
My name is Jim Dupay. I'm the superintendent at the St. Francis High School. I'm in charge of the complete construction process out here. Well, first off, what we do is we build containment areas around our work areas. And in that containment area, we have HEPA filters that run and taking dust and debris out of the air and making it pure and clean for the workers, students, and staff. Construction has come along fairly well. It's very challenging working in a school that is staffed with administration, teachers, and students. But all in all, the construction process is moving along at a very rapid pace, and we're putting out a nice high-quality product for the students and staff.
After a suspicious bag was found in the Math Flex area 2 weeks ago, we started to think of the precautions the school takes to keep students safe. Here are reporters Allie Frank, Gabby Giving, Elena Grove, and Katie Mickelberg on the safety of our school.
Each individual class should be talking about lockdowns and what they're going to be doing.
What will be the new normal for lockdown drills?
I think the new normal for lockdown drills, first of all, we had some, bumps in the road to start the year, like making sure that we could lock all the doors and things like that. Obviously, the glass does cause a little bit of a different thing than what you would normally do. Part of it is it makes it more open, but then when you look at safety, sometimes that's a concern. There's some things, once the complete process is down, that they'll be able to lock down wings and stuff like that. You see some of those doors that are in there, eventually they can be utilized that way.
Every day, it's a day that I need to make sure everybody's safe.
The key thing is we have to get our system to work properly so that we can get students out of areas that are not at risk immediately.
First thing you need to do, if you even suspect something, or if you hear something, come and tell an adult.
This past weekend kicked off Rifle Deer Opener. Living in a rural community, we have a lot of hunters in the school. Here's Brett Overvald and Zach Graff on how St. Francis student hunters prepare for the season.
Last year at SFHS, 81 students were absent due to parental reasons on the Friday before deer opener. It can be assumed many of these absences were due to the annual tradition of deer hunting practiced in our community. Here's some details of what students and staff have to say about this fall ritual.
What do you do in order to prepare for deer season in Minnesota opener?
Not much. Start to look at maps, topographical maps. Check out deer stands to make sure that those are safe and secure.
I wash all my hunting gear, pack all my bags, get warm clothes. That's about it.
With my deer stand, I cut a lot of trees, cutting lanes. I actually plant food plots in the summer to kind of prepare to kind of attract the deer in there. I put up cameras all over my stand, and I always research different hunting techniques and what the weather is going to be like to make sure that I'm being the most successful that I can be.
How long have you been deer hunting for?
About 3 years now.
I've been deer hunting with my dad since I was 6 years old.
I've been hunting since I was the age of 12. I actually used to go out in the woods with my dad at age about 9, 10, but wasn't able to hunt until I took the classes, being 12 years old. So, and I've hunted every year since then.
Week, the theater department starts showing their first show of the year, Peter and the Starcatcher opening night is on Thursday, November 14th.
Peter and the Starcatcher is also putting on a sensory-friendly show for people with noise and sound. Sensitivity is on Saturday, November 16 at 2 p.m. Reporter Louisa Fontana got an inside look on the show.
Hi.
Hi.
Hello. My name is Natalie.
I am Ruby.
I'm Simon Luco.
And I play the Black Stash.
And I play the boy.
I play Captain Scott in Peter and the Starcatcher.
It's all about imagination, and it takes everyone on an adventure, making everyone go back to childhood.
Cool. When I played John 6 years ago now, my character was admiring this leader. And so now, playing the boy, it's super cool because I get to become what I was admiring.
The show originally was an entire male cast, and then there was just Molly. So I think it's really, really good that we have a lot of girls in our cast, and it's great. And I love that I get to play this strong female character that is like, what? I can dream too. Just because I'm a girl doesn't make me any different from you, and I think that's really important.
I play the character Black Stash, and for me, when I need to get into character, I will look at my lines and I'll think about how excited my character is. And the language in the script is so funny and also very exciting.
So I think people should come because it's going to be very funny. There's dance, there's music, there's great acting, a lot of comedy, and the relationships are fantastic.
And that's what's really cool about theater, is that we get to make a difference in people's lives that we don't even know we're doing. But just by doing what we love and by sharing those stories from the stage, we get to change lives.
This week, SFHS Today followed our own Cody Henderson on the shoots to see him in his element as a bull rider this week. Here's our 5 minutes of fame.
Student celebrities everywhere, this is why you should care about 5 minutes of fame.
Number one, Cody Henderson of Rome, Minnesota. Double trouble loaded up to your cowboy.
Right now you're in the arena. This is our right hand chute, that's our left hand chute, and we got our fence for all the bulls in the back.
What's your favorite part about riding?
Favorite part about riding is probably the overall atmosphere of just all the bull riders getting together and having a good time and just practicing and getting better.
Is it scary, and why do you do it?
It's not really scary. It's a little nerve-wracking when you're in the chute and getting ready to buck. You kind of sweat a lot, but it's just fun having an adrenaline rush.
What was your favorite rodeo you've been to?
Probably Owatonna, Minnesota. It was a pretty big rodeo. There's a lot of people there. They kind of introduced you. There's a lot of fire and smoke, and it just looked cool.
How do you ride a bull?
I'll show you. This is the tail of the bull rope. This is what they call the handle, what you hold on to. So you're gonna stick your hand in there, line your pinky up with the spine on its back, pull your tail so it's nice and tight. Get it in there, squeeze. Some people take a wrap. You're gonna wrap that around your hand like so. Get it up in the air. Squeeze it. Give her a few pounds. Throw this thing up over the hump of your bull.
Many students in SFHS come from different backgrounds and some from different places. Bilingual reporters Jack Henderson and Louisa Fontana talked to some students around the school to see what different languages they speak. Here's the RQT for the week.
It's the random question thing, ding.
Hola, me llamo Jack.
Oi, meu nome é Luísa.
Y hoy buscamos la gente del colegio que pueden hablar otros idiomas.
E pedimos para que eles falassem alguma coisa na língua que eles sabem.
Entonces, vamos. What second language do you speak?
My second language is actually English. My first language is Spanish.
I speak German.
Russian.
I speak Hmong.
I speak Portuguese.
And what's like a unique phrase from your guys' culture?
Chama no probleminha, bebê.
And what does that mean in English?
So it means like when a girl wants to talk to a boy or the opposite way, they would just say that like trying to start a conversation.
Can you say it one more time?
Chama no probleminha, bebê.
Jalta. It translates to tiger's bite, but we use it more as like an insult to other people.
Chorny boomer.
And what does that mean in English?
It means like really fast car.
A pretty unique word is probably Eichhörnchen, which means squirrel, so the animal. And a sentence is like eine Hand wäscht die andere, which means like one hand washes the other one, which stands for helping each other.
Well, I don't know if it's unique, but a lot of people in Mexico say carnal, which means like brother or sister.
Now let's head over to sports with Jordan.
Hey Saints, I'm Jordan Haller, and this is sports. Boys basketball is just starting up. The freshmen already had their tryouts, and everyone has been having open gym and running after school to get in shape for practice, which starts on the 18th. The girls basketball team has also been going to open gym, and lots of returning players have been getting together and doing some team bonding. Their tryouts start this week too. The boys hockey team has been lifting and having captain's practice for a few weeks now, and their season starts today. The girls hockey team does not have good numbers this year, but they are tough and will get by. They finished up captain's practice and started the hockey season just over a week ago. The wrestling team has been having captain's practice too, and some of our reporters went out and talked to Grant Woodruff about his upcoming season.
How did last season go?
I went about 20-10, and then I had a spine injury that took me out for the rest of the season, so I didn't compete in state series.
How did your recovery go?
I had like 5 weeks of physical therapy, and I was feeling pretty good, so I could begin sports again.
Dance team has been putting lots of hours into practice. They've been figuring out the formations and learning their dances to get ready to compete. Someone who has really been standing out is dance captain Cassie Tope.
What makes Cassie stand out from the rest of her team?
Cassie is just an incredible leader. She is always positive, and she comes to practice ready to work hard. So, and I think also she's incredibly approachable to her teammates, so I think that's what makes her stand out.
What do you like most about dance team?
Watching everybody grow throughout the season and improve.
She's really dedicated and she always dances like outside of practice.
I've bonded a lot more with the younger girls this season, and I've improved on my leadership skills, and I've opened up more.
She is a really strong dancer, and so she also has a lot of skills that she can teach other students. She is very flexible, and also her turns are incredible. That girl can turn forever.
Favorite skill to work on at dance?
Turns, because I've improved a lot on them over the course of the last 5 years.
She's always encouraging the younger kids and helping them with their technique.
Like I said, she's incredibly patient, and she will break down skills for dancers in a way that they can understand it. So she has really, really helped many of her teammates improve their skills.
The girls gymnastics team has been also looking good, and there's lots of young faces on the team. They have been having captain's practice for a couple weeks now, and their season starts today. As fall sports fade into the winter season, we wanted to look back and pay attention to some of the people who support the athletes. Our reporters Grace Kolb and Morgan Nielsen spoke with some Saints superfans, Jake Magnuson, Corey Wilmer, and Corbin Brung, about what it takes to support the team.
How do you feel about the season ending?
Well, it's my senior season, so it's kind of sad, but I'm just trying to live it up and make the most memories while I can.
I'm a little sad this season's ending because my senior year, last year to watch my friends play football.
Pretty sad considering it's senior year, and the student section is really fun, the football team's fun to watch, so it's just overall pretty sad.
Who brought the most energy this season?
I'd say Corey Wilmer did. He did a lot of wild things up in the stands.
What's your best memory from this season?
Best memory? It's got to be the Weston Savvy doing the roller coaster during halftime, shaking him around. It was a good time. Got the kiss from Lydia Rezatek. Probably when Corey lifted this kid up to do the roller coaster chant and then had Lydia Rezatek come down and kiss his cheek. That was a good one.
That's it for sports this week, folks. Check in next week for more progress on our winter sports.
Before we go, we want to take time to acknowledge Veterans Day. There will be an assembly tomorrow, and Hunter Dustman spoke with some local veterans to understand this.
I'm Hunter Dustman.
I'm Jake Bergman.
And I'm Alex Vandekar, and today is Veterans Day.
Veterans Day started on November 11th, 1938.
The reason why is the first anniversary of the ending of World War I. I heard that you get to choose a speaker for this event. How and why? What are you looking for?
Well, a year ago, I was reading my American Legion newspaper, and they did a great story in there about Kay Bauer. Kay Bauer is a retired captain from the Navy, served approximately 32 years as a nurse in the Navy. When I read her story and what she did for 32 years, I said, that needs to be our next speaker.
I have my daughter Elizabeth. She is in the Army Reserve, and then I have a daughter that is going to leave on the 18th for basic training.
Well, to me, Veterans Day is the day to appreciate all of our veterans. And yes, I served for 25 years in the military, 5 years with the Air Force, and then 20 years active duty with the Army National Guard.
Well, thank you.
And to me, it was just it's a program to say to all of our veterans, thanks for what you did, because when you're a veteran, you do miss your families quite a bit.
It makes me like a little bit nervous sometimes. I do get kind of sad when he's not here and he's all the way over in Afghanistan.
I think it's a great celebration for our country. Of course, this year with having 2 daughters that are going in the military, it means a little something different for me.
Make sure to check out our Twitter, Instagram, Facebook account, and our website at the sfhscrier.com.